Hello, this is another one of my properties. I've only shown you this once, I think. I've done lawns here once, and actually maybe a couple of the bushes I've done before. So today I'm going to scarify. I'm sorry it's a bit windy today, and you probably hear it on the camera. I'm afraid I can't do much about it, but Juno's with me, crazy. So I am going to scarify this lawn for you. This is one of my places I don't do the lawns for them. They do their own lawns. I did do them last week because they've been away, and I didn't want the lawns to be overly long while when I do the scarifying. Obviously I don't want it to be too long. I would have probably done the scarifying about a month ago, but we never got around to it, and now obviously leaves are falling like crazy. We're well into autumn. Today's feeling really autumnal. The trousers are back on. No more shorts for me this year, put them away. So this is the one I'm going to do today. So this is a Hayter scarifier. I bought it I think me and my dad bought it together actually. I think we got it 3 years ago, I'm not sure. So underneath here, instead of blades for cutting grass, we have these which spin round and dig into the lawn and scratch it up a bit, getting rid of all the what we really want to get rid of scarifying is all this thatch. You see it's got a few settings on it, the scarifier. You can see I've got it on number 3, and that number 3 normally will just dig into the soil a little bit. I mean, you can have it right down to number 6, and I don't think number 6 probably wouldn't leave you much grass at all. That would really tear it to bits, but it's a good machine. Never had any problems with it. We used to hire them, and instead of hiring them now, we decided we were doing enough scarifying to buy one. So this lawn is normally scarifying in the spring, early spring, and then in the autumn. And say I'll show you that today. Now, the main reason that people scarify their lawns like this is to remove any thatch or moss. Obviously, removing the thatch or the moss gives the lawn more room for grass to grow, and also gives the lawn a bit of a breather. If you have the scarifier just into the lawn, it tends to shred the grass roots a little bit, so that then they produce more grass, if you see what I say. So I recommend doing it at least once a year. You don't need a big machine like I've got here. It obviously helps. If you didn't want to buy a machine like this, quite easily you could just hire one for the day. The only thing with hiring it is obviously you need to finish it within that day and get it back to your hire place. So if not hiring, then I mean a decent rake. I think they do specialised scarifying rakes now, which are quite handy. So something like that would do the job as well. But on a lawn this size, I truly recommend to get yourself a scarifier for at least a day. Now, as you watch this video, anybody that's done scarifying before probably tell I'm barely scratching the surface, quite literally. I've seen other videos of people doing scarifying where they will really wreck the lawn. You know, it's not wreck it, but they reduce it to its sort of bare minimum. And it, in all honesty, you sort of look at it and think, oh, the grass is never ever going to grow again, but it really does. I only do it like this because this is the way the customer wants me to do it. They don't want me to go too crazy, and because I'm doing it once, sort of a couple of times a year anyway. I don't need to absolutely destroy it. Now, I'm doing this lawn because it's a thatch lawn. It's not very mossy, and I don't get too much rubbish off of it. It's fairly, well, thatch wise, it's not too bad. If you were doing a lawn which was a mossy type of lawn, you get lots more rubbish off of it. I mean, you're talking, for the lawn this size, I would end up with 5 or 6 big builder's bags full of rubbish. So that is definitely something to think about. And obviously, the more and more you go over it, the more rubbish you make. One more thing to think about: if you are, just be aware that these blades for the scarifier actually run lower down than the actual machine itself, so just be careful running off the edge of the lawn onto any sort of concrete. Your blades will hit the concrete, whereas obviously your lawnmower blades are level with your deck. These blades go lower. So I've done half of it. I've gone up and down and across. You can see what sort of rubbish it makes. If you're going to do this for somebody, you better warn them it absolutely wrecks their garden, especially if they love their lawns. Then it's it wrecks it. But you need to do it because it makes it better for the spring. But that's why you do it in sort of early spring or sort of autumn, because then at least if you do it through the middle of the summertime when the garden's looking nice, you really are going to wreck it, and it's going to take a little bit of time to repair. But doing it this time of year, the grass should still be growing, and it's give it enough time to repair itself. So I've done half of it. So it's all done. Well, scarified anyway. And what's happened is scarifying is the easy bit, it's a quick bit. Now comes the work bit. You've got to clean it all up, and the bag just doesn't do it at all. So yeah, get involved now, get stuck in with this is where you need the leaf blower. So I've got a rake, leaf blower on the go, and bag, and I shall bag it all up into there and put it into a bigger bag. And the gentleman I work for actually takes all the rubbish away. Juno, what are you eating now? give you a quick tip. Anything you need to pick up and put in a bag, whether it be a pile of grass, a sort of mulchy rubbish or leaves, these sort of things are ideal. This is what I use to pick things up. I'll show you. So yeah, simple as that. Just two little short planks. If you're going to do it, try not to get them too heavy because you know, they just the lighter the better. This one's perfect, nice and thin, and yeah, that works for anything. That works for leaves, grass clippings like this, hedge clippings. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope it wasn't too boring. I'm not sure how the edit's going to go, so yeah, hope you are all okay. Have a good weekend, and I will see you next time. Be good.